Alrighty, I think we're good. Let's check. All right, Twitch updated. That's good. Ooh, volume's maybe a little high. Is that my volume? It's just a little high. All right, we streaming. How's YouTube? Nice. No echoes, I don't think. So we're good on that. And live on the old X. Yeah. How's the audio? Yeah. And I'm not streaming copyrighted music that I'm listening to in the background, so we're all good there. Sound settings. Using, yeah, external microphone. Yeah, cool. All right, I guess we're good. All righty. I don't know why I keep streaming from this laptop. I should be streaming from the desktop instead. But other development stuff on here, so keep going with that. Also, changed to 1080p stream, so hopefully that looks a little better. Yeah, I didn't realize. Yeah, I need to like actually dedicate some time to this at some point and figure out how to get my ideal streaming setup going. Oh crap. Forgot to. All right. I need to record the source. I'm not gonna trust what's this called? I'm not gonna trust using StreamYard still to like multi-stream. So that's part of the problem. And then then I'm streaming through a virtual cam of OBS into StreamYard. So then I'm using the virtual cam as my camera on StreamYard, and then I'm recording whatever OBS is picking up to local storage. Got to fix this. I accidentally signed up for a year-long subscription to StreamYard, so kind of like committed to it at this point. But you know, it may change that in the future. Okay, man, it's been. I think last time I streamed was on Thursday last week. So kind of broke my streak, but that's okay. There's been a lot going on. It's been a lot to update. But I think I got a bunch of stuff taken care of. So I think we're back to a more manageable schedule. Probably not going to always stream on the weekend, but I feel like catching up today. I feel like we'll go over some stuff and then, maybe back to taking it easy today. So, but all right, let's see. So the original goal here, I did a little bit of school stuff, but we're climbing. I got 86 members in school, which is kind of awesome. It's kind of crazy, actually. Coming up on triple digits, which is great. I haven't done all my activities, so I can double check what's going on here. I didn't get zeros, so that's a thing. I'm gonna go ahead and update all of these though, but I'm certainly not averaging 15. We got some work to do there. Man, it's already the 9th. Oh boy. One more. I mean, I guess we're not doing the 9th yet, so not yet. Okay. What's going on? Profile. All right. So what was this? This was the first. That was the third. So on the second, I had 13. That's 12. 13. All right. And then on the 8th, or the second, on the third, I had 8. 3 and 8. Two. On the August 5th. 5th, I had 2. And 6th, I had 44. So I went through on that one quite a bit. And 7th, 2. The 8th, I had 4. And today is the 9th, so we're not going to do the 9th. We'll do that tomorrow. All right. I mean, still tracking a 15 average overall, so not terrible. Only 475 activities tracked so far. That's low. That's low. If we're going for, 200 a day, yeah. All right. Well, plenty of room for improvement there. The only thing that I was also thinking is that, it's really easy to go get a bunch of activities. Like I think so I'm kind of starting to be a little bit picky about it, where I want to the measured stat becomes becomes a goal. I forget or whatever that is, or tracked stat, something like that. Basically, the tracking that is going to skew it because it becomes more about the numbers as opposed to the actual purpose of the activity. So trying to balance between just going through and spam liking all the posts, because that is certainly an option. Mostly, obviously I would do that for my own community. Like I need to, reply, respond, like basically everything that's happening in my community, but going through and just, I have a bunch of communities that I can just go through and click on and get a bunch of activities that way, which maybe is also good. I guess it is. It's like a really light impression versus other more meaningful impressions. But I think school, I forget, I think I've looked this up before, but school activity points system. It's a progression system. Yeah, points are earned. I don't know. I feel like DMs and stuff go a little differently. So I feel like there's some jumps in there, but I feel like it's more than just like a 1-to-1. But they also might not tell you, so you might not want to totally expose the system so it doesn't get super gamified. So anyway, okay, so that's pretty much it. School activity still going, 80 members. The other thing I wanted to do is I haven't been on my channel in a minute, but it hit 800 subscribers, so that was cool. We're getting close to 1,000, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, that's really kind of just based off. I did this self-hosted video kit thing, which is good, but I haven't uploaded since since like a week now, over a week. Oh man, it's been over a week now. So got to get back on that. That's definitely on the docket for next week. And some of these videos are really not doing too much. Whisper still seems to be a pretty big one, or video transcription. I think Whisper is really the the key word that's leading people into that one. Hang on a second. How do I mute myself? I got to mute through here. All right, coffee killed. Time to switch to an energy drink in a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, I gotta get more of a dedicated YouTube thing going on. But yeah, I was gonna look at some comments that I have not answered, or questions that I have not responded to. No politics, please. Thank you. Cool video. Did everything in the video. Shorts are loaded, but the title description. Oh man. Okay. I forget if I responded to this guy or not. I need to reply to that for sure. Thank you, buddy. Cool video. Did everything in the video. This is stable uploads to YouTube. Title and description. Shorts are loaded. The title and description are not. The initial HTTP request that uploads the metadata for the video. Interesting that the video uploads let's see, maybe an issue with the initial HTTP request. And then interesting, yeah, it's pretty interesting that the video uploads, but not the title and description. Could be a parameter naming issue. All right. Thanks for the video. Thanks for the tutorial video. Just what I was wanting to learn about. Currently waiting for the NVIDIA DGX Spark to launch. It's one of the first on the list to get one. Currently running a Minis Forum MS01 with 96 gigabytes of RAM, running unraid with Docker for myself, self-hosted, including init and workflows, Supabase. Will use the NVIDIA DGX Spark as my AI machine, which can run Docker containers, to be able to set up script you should handle my FFmpeg needs. That sounds amazing. Yeah, very jealous. You may want to look into something like Faster Whisper. Was I testing out last weekend to fully take advantage of that beast of a system? I'll plan to have a video in here soon as well. Dude, that's awesome. NVIDIA DGX Spark. All right, what do we got here? It's a GB10. Jeez, 128 gigabytes of memory. That's awesome, man. All right, let's dive deeper. Go for it, Gemini. Impress me. Scalability. Okay, how much does this set? Set me back. Ooh, typically 4K. Summary to, I mean, that's probably not terrible. I mean, how much is a 5090 these days? Probably like $2,700 or something like that for a 50. Yeah, okay, 2,000. All right, so yeah. Official MSRP is 2,000, but yeah, I'm sure they're going to go higher than that. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, at that point you're going to be building the rest of the machine, so might as well go out $4,000 for a beast NVIDIA DGX Spark. Sounds great. That's awesome, man. I am super jealous. That would be a lot of fun. Oh, wait, I don't want to reply. I want to reply to him. Cool. All right. Is it possible to do this via URL? The trigger is an update in Sheets with the URL, and the video is downloaded and transcribed. Possible to do this with a URL? Like the trigger is an update in Sheets with a URL? Yeah, I think that would be totally possible. Yeah. There are ways to download the video. I guess, yeah, URL is a little trickier, but there are, let's see. That would let you download the video first. Transcribe. There we go. So say definitely possible. some sort of tool. I'll let you download the video. And another couple of nodes. A tool that would let you download the video from the URL first, then to transcribe it. Yeah, that'll work. And then how to install and use Whisper on a VPS server within 8N. What does that mean? So, depending, probably will depend on the VPS setup. If you have direct access, then you should be able to deploy yeah, depending on, I don't know. Yeah, depending on like where this is like a paid service or how they're doing that. Direct access, something like a Docker, like a Docker setup. Yeah, it might be the easiest way to go. Just deploy and run. To run some commands through CLI to install in Python Whisper. All right, we're all caught up on comments. Although it's super weird too, I guess. Like it says unresponded, and then it doesn't always catch replies, which is kind of weird. But I think I'm good. I think I've gone through basically everything. Hello, blogger. All right, cool. And we're working on activity right now. Wow, we got a sub. Wow, going live. What a deal. What a deal. Where's my stream at? There we go. Hey, all right, Danilo. Because Whisper videos. Awesome. Yeah, man, I had never heard about the DGX Bark either. That sounds super cool though. Yeah, you jealous, PETA? I mean, you should be. I'm jealous, even though you're pretty close, right? With your current setup, you've got a bit of a beast of a machine already. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, Danilo. Any other questions about Whisper and stuff? What are you doing with Whisper? All right, and then that was pretty much everything I wanted to do for this. As far as just wanted to get caught up on the social media stuff because it's been like a week, so that's pretty good. I kind of had a rough list going on, so I wanted to do school, wanted to do some YouTube, Wave app. Yeah, Wave app is the thing that kind of pulled me away from the regular streaming schedule. Created kind of super Whisper client. Oh, nice. Okay, well that's awesome. Yeah, I was actually last weekend I was just playing around with faster whisper, so something like that, or is it like a I don't know, more performant kind of whisper, or just like more functionality? Definitely be curious to hear about that. But that's the other thing I was going to talk about. I guess like I stream I'm streaming on my laptop, even though I have a desktop that's also pretty beefy with a nice NVIDIA card. So, but I finally got that set up to run faster whisper last weekend briefly before I went back to triaging bugs in an app. Yeah, it was pretty cool, actually. Super cool. More functionalities, recording screen. Oh, wow. Nice. Yeah, I kept thinking about a recording screen would be super useful too. So send emails with results and minutes from the meetings. Ah, man. Well, there you go. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's great. That sounds really awesome, actually. Is this something that you're going for, like a SaaS or something like that, or what's the plan with that? But yeah, no, I mean that's kind of what I'm also thinking is something kind of like that, where the ultimate goal is to take streams like this and then be able to just like transcribe them all, and with a decent NVIDIA card, like it can burn through hour-long plus audio transcripts with no problem. So my plan was to kind of like backlog all of this and then be able to do word-by-word transcripts with or word-by-word timestamps on these like hour-long plus transcript, and then have like a system ready to go to like clip stuff. So testing for yourself. Yep, for sure. Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. I mean, might as well sass it up. That'd be super fun. But yeah, in the same boat. Yeah, I was kind of trying to set up a similar system where basically like I could basically take this entire streaming content system, create a content backlog, and then be able to repurpose into social media posts. Because like I was just looking at, like I been super inconsistent with posting on the community tab. So where's that? But just want to get like better about doing that. So if I have a little system that will pull these videos down, grab all the content, spot a couple things that'd be good to post on here instead, like that would be great. Basically just like offload all the work that I can to AI, GPT, or whatever. Ah, very nice. Yeah, Chrome extension would be super useful for that, for sure. How's that going? I've never developed a Chrome extension. It looks like they're actually pretty easy. From what I mean, at least from when I've like looked into it, I've been like, oh man, like actually isn't that bad. But I know that they've recently cracked down. I mean, I guess they mostly, like Google, cracked down on all the ad blockers. They I forget, they had like the sneaky Manifest version 3 update where they were making it so you can't like block all these ad providers anymore, because Google got to let ads go through. They got to make money. Nice, man. Pretty easy. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's really good. I mean, it's basically just HTML, right? Like it's basically just like another website, just contained inside of like some whatever package management from Chrome. Very nice. Are you actually developing it yourself? Are you vibe coding? Are you using some AI to help you generate the code? Because that's what I was gonna get to next, I guess, is that I've still been vibe coding quite a bit, which I kind of got myself in a little bit of trouble because the oh yeah, vibe coding. Nice. What's your flavor of vibe code? What AIs are you using right now? Because I've been going back and forth like with the fair enough. Hey, that's all right if you're not a developer. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I mean, that's the way to do it. I mean, the vibe coding is good enough, especially if you're patient enough and you're willing to just keep trying. You can definitely just get to something that works. Might not work the first time, but you can just keep trying and it'll work eventually. That's awesome, man. Yeah, very cool. I've been doing some vibe coding myself. So that's what I was going to kind of get to next here. So I mean, I don't know. I've been going back and forth. It's funny. I mean, I guess it's probably good to hear that like everybody's been, divided on GPT-5, but so far I've been happy with it. Gemini Pro 2.5 was the one I was using a ton. Like that thing is a beast. Like it is very, very good for code. So that's a good choice. But I mean, yeah, GPT-5 has been good too. Actually, so what? It came out on Thursday, and I was like in the middle of coding in Cursor. I was waiting for the update, and Cursor got the update first. So as soon as I saw the option in here, I was like, all right, cool. Like let's do GPT-5. And when I saw that Cursor is actually paying for GPT-5 for you for the week, so I was like, oh sweet. Like I'm just gonna spam this thing, which I like to do. But it's been, I don't know, it's been good for me so far. I've been impressed with it. So yeah, what do you? So are you? So I was kind of being kind of cheap about Gemini Pro. I don't pay for it, but I just go to the browser and use it for free. So I don't know. Have you been vibe coding in anything like Cursor or? Yeah, nice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay, cool. So taking advantage of the free tier in Cursor. Yeah. It's been great. Like I've been letting it run. I wasn't even running max, and I should have been just because I think it's free. So definitely should be doing that. But let's see. Let's get this bad boy started. Expo start. Is it still running? I think not yet. Okay. Open up the Wave app. This is why I was coding on Thursday. So I finally got this thing in a good spot. I had a nasty bug that was driving me crazy for a while. Christopher now, for sure. Let's use Trey just for $3. Trey, I am not familiar with that. Trey. Oh, collaborate with intelligence. 10x AI engineer. Now we're talking. Interesting. Oh, are they? This looks like a, what is this? This is a kind of website is this? This is definitely a what's it called? Framer. It's a Framer website. This feels like a Framer website. No. Maybe it might just be TypeScript. Next. I guess if they're doing AI coding, it's probably got to be just like. I'm always curious. I'm always curious what people are doing with their landing pages these days. Just trying to look for. It's usually something that gives it away. All right. Anyway, cool. I'll have to check out Trey. I've not used this before. I see Go. That's a good sign. They're vibing. They're coding right. Ooh. Did I do that? Did I mess up? Did I mess that up? Yeah, I probably bugged it out by changing the sizing. Yeah, okay. I haven't heard of Trey before. Cool. I'll have to check it out. $3 is also good. Similar to Cursor, but cheaper. Yeah. Can't go wrong with that. Yeah, very nice. I have not. Yeah, I haven't tried out Claude Sonnet 4 actually. I mean, a little bit. I think I've let Cursor run it a couple times for me, but I don't know. Like people are swearing by it. And I haven't tried Claude Code, so I probably need to do that too. But like, Opus is just so expensive. I mean, even Sonnet's pretty expensive, so kind of been avoiding it. But I almost ran in or almost tried it earlier this week because I don't know, I was trying to get AI to debug all my problems, and Gemini was not debugging them, and O3 Pro was not debugging it, so I was stuck for a little while. But man, yeah, agent mode I've been kind of thinking about a lot. Like it really would be nice to just have stuff running in the background and continually like fixing bugs and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the API is pretty expensive for Claude, so. But I mean, I don't know. Once we get to a situation where the app, whatever app I'm working on is profitable, then then it might make sense to dish out some money for it. But I don't know. I mean, I've been pretty happy with GPT-5 so far, so I may go that route a little bit. Let that do some work for me. For sure. The other one is my buddy was actually just telling me about Klein, which I kind of started to set up. Klein.bot. Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah. Which is, I mean, it's kind of like, it's like a cursor plugin. I think there's a couple of them now, but I forget what the other one was. I remember seeing another one, but basically this is just a VS Code plugin, but it's open source so that you can just connect it to VS Code and then connect it to your agents and let it run. And then you have to provide your own API keys. Like I think it just goes through OpenRouter. Yeah. So you have to sign up through that, but I was going to try that out as well. So we'll see. Might have to give that a shot. Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of nice if it's like open source, especially like if you could run your own model. Like again, back if you have like a crazy, although I don't know if the open source models are that great. Like DeepSeek, I guess, is actually pretty good for coding still. And I don't know. This has kind of become my like go-to quick check to see if this model's worth using or not. But yeah, DeepSeek is still really high on web dev. So if you're doing web dev, so basically like React, basically, and it seems like it's pretty good. There was a Copilot. Did they get rid of that Copilot option? Video 3 fast audio, text to video, image to video, Copilot. Claude Sonnet 3.5 is still up there. That's so weird. I don't know if this looks like out of date because it doesn't have anything else, or maybe they just like stopped testing the Copilot thing. But DeepSeek was really high on the list as far as a Copilot. So I don't know. I haven't dug into like what this actually means. What this is different. Understand generate code. Yeah, they stopped updating the Copilot arena, so that must not be something they're tracking anymore. But anyway, might be an option. I just installed GPT OS on my desktop yesterday, and I chatted with it a little bit. I haven't really done too much with it. I just was trying to see if I can get it up and running. So just the 20 billion, not the 120 billion. I don't have anything that has 65 gigabytes of RAM, but yeah, I mean, it seemed good so far. It was just a quick chat with it though, so I didn't really test it out too much. It's supposed to be on par with O3 Mini, so like that's pretty substantial. So I was planning to actually just gonna give it a shot and see what it can do if it was running on my machine. I was gonna try to pair it up with some init-end stuff and just kind of have it run as like my background manager kind of thing. Yeah, the RAM requirement is nuts. The smaller one is fine. It's only like 16 gigs or something, which is, I mean, a lot, but at least it can fit on a machine. Yeah, the Gwen model I think is supposed to be really good too. Yeah, Gwen 3 coder. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think I've seen that's supposed to be pretty solid. I think that's already up here on the list. Yeah, Gwen 3 coder is number 5. So I haven't. How big is that? Obama. Gwen 3 coder. What do we got? 30 billion at 19 gigs. Okay, so that actually, I could run that. Okay, might have to check that out too. That'd be kind of fun. Wonder World, amazing. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear you've learned a lot. That's awesome. Have you been doing automation stuff or AI stuff? What have you been learning? And yeah, the RAM. Yeah, exactly. That RAM requirement is crazy. So, yeah, I know that was kind of my other plan for some of this stuff. Going to have like the some self-hosted init running on that machine, and then have a little bit of a yeah, exactly. Like 30 billion to 19 is like kind of crazy. And I mean, I kind of just trust Olama. Like they're pretty good. I think if you want to go dive into like Hugging Face, it's kind of overwhelming sometimes, but there's some guys that do a lot of a lot of compression, although like the quantizing and stuff, which I haven't really gotten too deep into, but they like to optimize these models further. So I'm sure they've probably already done some stuff with at least the GPT one, but yeah, 30 billion at 19 gigs is kind of insane. So I'll have to try that one out too. See if we need some local code. Can you like? I guess you can. don't know how long. I was just trying to decide if you're running Olama or something like that, how fast you could switch models on the fly if you're running them locally. Because that was the other thing I was thinking. Like GPT might not be the best for coding, but you could just switch to coding. So, I mean, I wasn't actually. I've been happy with GPT-5 so far, but I haven't used it a ton. I was using it in um, I've been using it for React Native, and like it's helped me out quite a bit. Like so far, it's been pretty solid. I just like that it doesn't. I actually really like that it's not very chatty. I like that it's kind of straightforward, and it seems to follow instructions really well. So that's kind of been my thing with Claude. Is I feel like Claude. I don't know. Again, I haven't used Claude in a while, but I felt like Claude like constantly would just randomly change things. Like I'd ask it to fix a file and it would do it, but then it would just like randomly scramble the CSS or like find a couple lines, just randomly change them that it like didn't need to update. And like GPT seems to stick. Actually, 4.1 was the one that I was using a lot because that one seemed to be trained very well for instruction directly. So yeah, now a million token input would be amazing. They got halfway there, like 400,000 token input, I think. But I've been cheating quite a bit where I use AI Studio. So I do Gemini Pro, and then I will literally use repo prompt to just go grab my entire repo and then dump it into Gemini for context. So that's been super nice. So I can just go like, all right, cool. I want this whole project, and for 500 tokens, I can just dump it into AI Studio and be like, all right, try to find this thing within the app. So yeah, that is a bummer that GPT doesn't do that. I mean, I wonder if you can. I don't actually know what the rate limits are on that. You probably would. Let's see, where can we find that? GPT-5 TPM. I just want there you go. So depending on what their limits are, you could cycle through, and then I guess does it tell you just a quick comparison. But anyway, yeah, if you hammer it too hard, it'll yeah, there we go. Okay, you could do requests per minute, 5,000 requests per minute. Yeah, 4,500. Okay, so you couldn't get a million tokens in. It would take you 3 minutes to get to a million tokens. Or if you're not going fast, then you could batch queue it. So that would be nice. But yeah, a million tokens would have been pretty sweet. Cursor seems like it's pretty good about that, where it's at least like indexing what's going on in the project. So that was kind of also I was just like, nice. Like I'll just use Cursor to run GPT-5 for now and not worry about it myself. But that window's closing. I mean, I guess we get a week. So by Thursday next week, that window will have shut and you'll have to pay for GPT-5 again. So can't take advantage of that too much more. But I don't know. Yeah, what was the million token thing the only thing you were disappointed about, or was there anything else about GPT-5 that you were disappointed about? It's like I was looking on Twitter and some people seem like really upset about it. I don't know. I've seen both though. Like I saw one guy was like, "Oh man, no, I just tested it against Claude Code Opus," and he's like, "It sucks." He's like, "I'm sticking with Claude Code Opus for sure." Another guy, yeah, just said that like GPT seems to, I don't know, not do what he asks it to, or it will like do, I don't know exactly. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, speed and simplicity. Yeah, is super useful. I mean, it's a quick model. Now pricing wise, it's like right on par with Gemini, which is kind of crazy. So anyway, definitely I saw other people not happy about I don't know. Then they're like, I mean, the personality thing, it's like seems super weird. Like, so I don't know. I just haven't seen a lot of like coding benchmarks besides people just being mad that it like is like I don't know, not as chatty coworker. So kind of funny. Yeah, definitely all about, yeah, they're all about the same, about prompting it, ask it to the user and teach me how to use GPT-5. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, I think that's kind of where, I don't know, one guy I think, and I was actually just thinking about it the other day too, that I feel like we're kind of getting past the point of, I think they call it post eval, where they have all these coding evaluations and that kind of thing. But I mean, it's getting to the point like, I don't know, these models are so broad, and it's going to be really hard to kind of tell the difference anymore. I mean, they'll have different personalities just by like sheer randomness, but they're all going to be pretty solid. So yeah, you really just kind of have to work with it and how it works best. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, in an ideal world, that's kind of my ultimate goal, is just being able to use all of them at once, and then just kind of like, if nothing else, just have major iterations, where it's like each one try it, and then just come up with the best answer. Have one of them, one AI review all the others and come up with the best answer. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, basically, it's at the point where it's Apple or Samsung phones but on AI, they all do the same difference. Yeah, exactly. I was kind of thinking about it like with TVs. It's kind of like where people, we made it to 4K, like 1080p to 4K was kind of like a big update, where it's like, oh man, like that looks so clear, it looks so beautiful. And then they tried to go from 4K to 8K, and I think we've gotten to the point where the human eye can't tell the difference anymore. So like anything beyond 4K, it's just kind of like, like I don't know what's the point? Like I can't even see it anymore. And I think that's where the models are getting. Like the models like have ultimate knowledge of the internet and everything that it can study. So it's kind of to the point where it's like, I don't know, like they're all pretty smart. So it doesn't really matter too much anymore. Where's this guy? Where's your cheap views? Nice. Thank you, PETA. The banhammer. Can we get this out of here? I don't want to highlight his spam message. I want to delete it. Share for a link. Where's the... I don't know how to fix this in, what's it called? What is this called? There we go. There we go. Weird. It like didn't show up for a minute. Delete comment. Oh wait, not your comment. I'm gonna delete that guy's comment. Oh, weird. I can't. Oh, is it because it's through Twitch? Weird. Okay. I wonder if that'll like re-update if I change. Still there. Huh. Yeah, I gotta fix this like jank setup. Need to fix my restreaming situation, but this is the quick win. This is the easy way to get there. Oh man. Well, speaking of coding, AI coding, I'm gonna go through my app a little bit, go on a little bit of a tangent here, but I got this bad boy to work finally. Yeah, nice. Man, I spent like an entire week just being, I mean, mostly just being dumb. I kept running into an issue if I would log out and then log back in. Yeah, dev login, cheat login, it would get stuck. And it would not happen on the iOS simulator though. It wouldn't happen on the laptop, but it would happen on the phone. So like when I would install it, and then it would not work. So yeah, man, I tried to have AI solve that problem. So like I was saying, I took the entire repo and I dumped it into AI Studio, like explain the whole situation. Like, here's what's happening. If I log out and log back in, this problem happens. If I don't, then it logs in fine the first time. But if I log in, then log out, then log back in, that's when I get stuck on the load screen and try to explain it all, and then try to have it go through that, and then it would come back with all these answers like, oh, you just need to change. It was really obsessed with the auth provider code. So hey, thank you, appreciate that. That's the goal. We're trying to create a nightlife app where you can kind of see what's going on. I'm just kind of in a test environment right now, but the goal is like you kind of find a place to go check out if you're out for the night, and it's a little bit plain right now, but really the main goal is that you come in and create your plan and say like, hey, I'm going out tonight. I want to look for something nearby. And then say like, I'm looking for a club. And then you can set your plan. And then, oh yeah, okay, that'll work. Then you've got your plan out. And then the idea is then also to have promoters and like club owners and stuff that are on the app too, and they will see that notification and they can reach out to you, be like, hey, you should come here. But yeah, I mean, shows and stuff, yeah, events will be the next part. For now, it's just kind of like finding a place to, finding a bar or club nearby. But yeah, events are definitely on the list. So yeah, I mean, eventually events for sure. So, but the main thing really is kind of going for more of like a Snapchat kind of thing, where like, if you're like on Instagram or whatever, it's hard to figure out like what's going on while you're out. Like you can go try to see what people are posting, and see like if somebody like found a place to go that was cool or whatever. But the goal is like, yeah, I mean, exactly. There's that. We're going to get there eventually, as far as yeah, being able to like buy cover and stuff, and then maybe get a discount, or like somebody reaches out to you, be like, hey, if you come here, like we'll give you a discount. So definitely some benefits for using the app is the goal. But the other goal is that, I mean, we're going to try to have like video going on, so you can like see what's happening in real time. Here, I can switch to the real one. Let me switch to the city that actually looks like something. So we've got Miami and Chicago right now, kind of the main focus. But yeah, so you would like be able to follow the location and then like be able to eventually buy cover or something. Nice. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, exactly. You probably could probably use something like this. A lot of clubs, and the clubs could use it to then reach out to you to be like, hey, like we're doing a deal. So that's the other thing. But like, oh, nice. He updated with the real video. But we're doing TikTok video. Hey, nice. He's getting some actual videos in there, so you can kind of see like what's actually happening when you're out. So that's the goal. And then see like people's updates here. You can post your own update, like, hey, I'm at this place. It's pretty cool. Happy hour tonight, stuff like that. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure it gets very crazy if you get there too late. So that's kind of the idea with this too. Is it like, hey, like it's super crowded here. Don't wait, or it's not worth coming. Or like, oh, hey, this place is actually really quiet. So cool. And it can call attention of the users as well that want to know the club. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. So that's kind of part of it too. Is that it can there's DMs as well, so you can kind of see that. Me just messaging myself with all my test accounts. But you could like reach out to, either other people you meet or promoters. So it'll have like a little promoter deal, and and the promoter could be like, hey, like we're doing a, we got capacity. You should come check it out. We're doing a drink special. You should come check it out. That kind of thing. So obviously, there's probably going to be some like opt-in options to that as well. But yeah, the whole idea is kind of like there's another app I think called like Discotech, and a couple others that are more for like tracking venues and stuff and events. So events will definitely be part of it. But this one's trying to focus more on the real-time aspect of like going out and trying to figure out what to do while you're out. Like you're at one place and it's boring, so it's like, oh, let's find something else that's close by that's better, and try to figure out like what's actually happening there besides just finding something on Google Maps. So, so yeah, I've done a ton of like a majority of that code. It started with Claude and Cursor. So a lot of this app, when I first started writing it, was in Claude and Cursor, and then I eventually switched to Gemini 2.5 once that came out, because that was definitely the top coder. And then as of like yesterday, actually I didn't really do anything yesterday, Thursday, I've used GPT-5 to do a bunch of updates. So it helped me like clean up messaging, so I could like message somebody. Actually, the main thing it did was help me come up with this nice little fake conversation starter that will not start a conversation until you actually message each other. But it helped me do a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I was happy with GPT-5 so far. But yeah, anyway, appreciate the feedback. Glad you guys are liking the app. It's US only right now, so it's got a little bit of we're keeping it a little bit limited for now to kind of slowly roll it out while we make sure that everything's good to go. But it's definitely probably going to start marketing like more next week, now that it's in a much better spot. But yeah, man, it is a fully featured app, which is also partly why it's taken me like 7 months to get all this working, because it's been a process. It's been a lot, but we got there. We're getting there. But it's been cool. We learned a lot about mobile development, which has been an adventure for sure. it's different. It's way different. I'm a web developer guy. So web and APIs and all that stuff are more my thing. Mobile development, not so much. So that's been a lot of learning. Exactly right. Yeah, there really is nothing new. It's just basically either like a new combination of ideas and then being able to execute properly. So that's the other big part of it. So just because it's already been done doesn't mean you can't do it better. So that's a big part of it. But I also, I mean, I don't know. Like I do think, like I said, there's really no excuse anymore with all these AI tools now. I mean, it would be expensive, but like you can definitely get a much better grasp of real-time data because you can process data so much faster, especially with the smaller models like Gemini Flash 2.5, and then now GPT-5 Mini sounds like it's actually really solid. So those are just like really, really good for like pulling in all this data and then being able to give you like real-time updates on stuff. So that's kind of the goal. First, kind of like creating a service where we can like accurately get that data, and then being able to process that data and then produce like valuable output out of it. So anyway, that's Vibe. That's the Vibe. The Wave. This is the Wave app that I've been working on, that I have been vibing for a while now. But so this is going to be the part-time founder thing. I'm going to be part owner of the app and try to make sure that it does cool stuff and works well, and then kind of doing this other developer stuff on the side. So there's definitely going to be more AI automation stuff to go with it as well. I need to set up some dashboards and stuff because like we don't have a ton of users yet, but I'm definitely going to have some. I'll probably like vibe code a nice dashboard to like pull in queries and check on the status of the app, and then get into more crazy stuff like Grafanas and dashboards and stuff. So yeah, gonna be fun. Thank you, man. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. It should be good. I'm feeling much better as of as of last week. I got the app in a pretty good spot, so feeling much better about it, which has been good. Lots of locations to come, so we're gonna have to do that, and a little bit of social media influencer marketing. But it's been fun. It's been good. But I had a whole saga about that with trying to debug, and I was trying to have AI do the whole thing, and really it came back down to like needing to fix the code myself. So I forget. I don't know. I was stuck on this for like way too long, and the exact line of code was like region.name. Search. There. It was right there. Yep. Region.name. That was the issue. I could not figure out why this app wouldn't load. And it was because of that line right there. I literally had to take like this entire file and rip out all the code and then slowly but surely uncomment all of it until I finally got it down to like this spot. And I was like, okay, it's this button. Search bar pressable is, where is that? Right here. And it was not loading the region. And actually, it would try to load the region, but it was also interfering with like some React query cache, and it just like would not work. So I spent like an entire week, but all to prove that Gemini Pro couldn't figure it out, GPT-3 couldn't figure it out, Grok 4 couldn't figure it out. But I might have like been misleading it because I was giving it a bunch of info. And finally, 03 Pro actually did finally point out that's like, well, if you're still running into the issue, you should just probably start commenting out a bunch of code. It's like, all right, like you're right. So yeah, right. It's always crazy when it's just like one line, like this one little thing that was the issue. It's like dancing around all this other stuff, trying to figure out like off provider. So I was trying to figure out this whole situation of like, okay, I'm subscribing. So I'm using Supabase as the back end. I'm subscribing to Supabase events. It's like potentially there's an issue with Supabase events and query client caching where you can't have the query client cache functions inside of the Supabase auth event. It's like a known bug. So I had to pull those out into their own things. And it was like, man, it was going down all kinds of rabbit holes. And then it just turned out that I just needed to change like one line of code. So it was crazy stuff. So, but it feels good to finally get that done. Feels much better. Yeah. So, oh man, that was kind of. I think that was kind of. Oh, I do have one more thing. So, this is. I mean, I'm live streaming. And I already kind of went through that whole thing where I'm trying to turn this whole live stream build in public concept into a more streamlined system. So yeah, the other thing I was kind of thinking is like for developers, I don't know how much you guys are committing code, but I like this idea of I keep coming up with like a system that would take your commits, like git commits, and then turn them into content, because I feel like there's like a lot of content there that you could be using. So there's like this whole git history we could be going through and telling stories about all the code. It just looks like code, but like it could be something that's actually interesting. So lessons and updates and that kind of thing. So I don't know, because I'm not doing enough. I may build that tool as well. That is like something that could easily be vibe coded. That's mostly what I was going to get back to, is that like vibe coding can be tricky if you I mean it's good for like web apps like that. Vibe coding is good for web apps like that, but building a full React Native app has taken a lot more work. I don't know that. I mean, you could vibe code it. It's just going to take you a long time. I mean, apparently there's still that, like, is that still a thing? Emacs, the Emacs app, looks maxing app. That was the one that like was supposedly making crazy, like $50 million or whatever, $50,000 a month or $50,000 a day. Like, it's making an insane amount of money for a while. I don't know if it is anymore, but supposedly that kid figured out how to vibe code this app, got it on the App Store. But then what he did was actually super smart with he did the social media micro influencer route. So that's how he got it to like explode, because he made just a kind of basic app, but he marketed it well. So he got a ton of traffic to it through TikTok and Instagram, I think. So that's key, I guess, like kind of like you were saying earlier, Danilo, that there's nothing new. Just you can just execute better. That's the secret. So anyway, I was almost thinking about dip.tools. See if my new website, I think I can just go to it and it's just dead. It's a placeholder for Namecheap. So yeah. Been recently registered because that's mine. So that's probably next on the list. But lots to vibe code, lots to work on. And then I'm actually probably after this going to go process this stream, because I need a backlog of content and see what happens with that. So that'll be next. Yeah, kind of like you were saying, as far as the SaaS app. So all right, I'm trying to drag it out to an hour at this point. The numbers are going down, so I think we can call it here pretty soon. But I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. Mostly we got the school community, which is going on, which has been good. I didn't get a post for that, but I'm going to probably try to get a post for that going too. And then YouTube is good. I guess getting up to 800 subscribers is great. So definitely appreciate. Nice. I got another one too. So yeah, definitely appreciate you guys stopping by and checking it out. Lots of things, but limited time. Exactly. I don't know. Yeah, if you want to, yeah, it's free. So yeah, if you got more questions, that'd be great. We're doing more. I tend to do a lot of Whisper stuff in there and other AI workflow stuff. But yeah, that's awesome, man. Good luck with the Super Whisper. Sounds really useful, actually. So yeah, that's a great idea. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. Then what else? I think that's pretty much it. Of course. Yeah, like again, I typically probably be like shooting for Monday through Friday mornings to kind of start the day off with some streaming, and that'll be kind of the plan. So we'll probably be back live on Monday. So that's kind of the rough outline for now. And what I'll be doing, I'll be back to finally like doing some more innate and workflows. That's probably what I'll be doing more on there. But I'll probably cover some wave app stuff too. So that's definitely going to be part of it as well. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll probably have some updates because I was planning to probably play. I don't know if Pete is still around, but probably going to play Destiny the rest of the day. That's probably what's going to happen after I get a quick workout in and stuff. But yeah, yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, that'd be great if you want to join. Here, we can make it. Can make it easy. How do I do that? Settings, invite, copy. Does that work? Will that go to? Yeah, nice. All right, there you go. Yeah, if you want to join, there it is. And also, I need to get this stuff set up. Need to get the need to get some commands going, some barkers going. Lots to do. Like you said, lots to do. So little time. But yeah, so I'll probably be back on Monday, and hopefully I'll squeeze a couple posts out of this. That's also the goal. So I wanted to go live with a little bit of content. But we hit our hour mark. That was kind of my goal. And I ran out of steam at this point too. So yeah, it's been a long week. So looking forward to next week though. It's going to be good. Nice. Awesome, man. Thanks for joining. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap up on that one. But thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Thanks everybody. I will see you, yeah, probably Monday morning. So catch you then. Later.